Hi guys, welcome back again. We're going to talk now about energy changes for chemical reactions, getting down to the nuts and bolts here. Here's another equation which is very, very useful. We can break up the energy change in the system into two parts. Before, I've told you about the two kinds of energy: heat energy, which is random kind of energy, and work energy, which is directed kind of energy. And they have two kinds of symbols, Q and W. Q represents the heat energy, which is transferred into the system, and W is the work energy, which is done on the system. Now, this equation here, we've seen the delta E for the system. We've seen that before in the previous talk, conservation of energy. There's two contributions. One is Q coming from the heat. If that's positive, if the Q is a positive number, like positive 10, that means the system is being heated up by adding 10 units of heat. Likewise, if the W is 5 units, positive, that means work is being done on the system. The system is getting extra fuel into it, if you think of it like that. What that means is the stored energy of the system is going up. So the kinds of things we're talking about here, doing work on a system, is charging a battery, or maybe squashing it. If it's a piston, we would squash the piston so that there's more pressure in the system, and that pressure could be used to do work on the surroundings. By the same token, if Q is negative, the system's getting colder, and if W is negative, the system is losing energy. The battery's discharging. Over here we have the picture of what's going on here. Here again is another kind of simple diagram for the system represented by a block. And you can see here heat coming into the system, Q bigger than 0. Be careful about the sign, that's what I was going on about. And the heat is coming in from the surroundings to the system. If it's going the other way, Q would be negative. Here we have work being performed by the surroundings on the system. For example, squishing or charging the battery. Here W is positive. If the system is doing work on the surroundings, W would be negative. I think you've understood that. Easy, isn't it? See you later.